if you are wanting to make $10,000 a month in income, then I truly believe that this is the smartest way of making that happen. Now, I say smartest way because a lot of people are looking for, tricks or secret formulas or just, different ways of trying to make as much money in as little time possible. And I can tell you, from having purchased and owned brick and mortar businesses like liquor stores, to flipping houses, to having my own businesses, to owning rental properties, there really is no quick way of making really good income. It requires a lot of work, it requires dedication, it requires focus, and it really requires really growing in yourself and expanding your knowledge, your skill sets, and even your emotional abilities. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through step by step what I believe to be the single smartest and greatest way of getting you to that $10,000 a month. And these are the very same strategies that I used to help me go from struggling to even earn $30,000 to $50,000 a year in Los Angeles, sometimes earning as little as $19,000 a year, to making well over six figures my very first year. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Now, the very first step is going to be get a job. And this can be any job. This does not have to be your passion. It does not have to be your career. This is just what is the quickest way of making the most amount of money possible in a short amount of time as possible. So this could mean simply going to Target. It could mean doing DoorDash. It might even mean doing Uber Eats. But more than likely, this job is probably only going to pay $15 to $20 an hour. Now, this is not going to put you anywhere close to earning six figures a year, but is a very important step. So the very first step is just get a job. So this brings us to the second step, which is to create a budget that generates a 10 to 20% positive cash flow. Now, as we stated before, more than likely, the job that you have currently or the job that you end up getting is not going to pay you all that much. My guess is it's going to pay somewhere between $15 to even $20 per hour. Now, even though that's not a lot of money and you're nowhere close to living a great life, because let's face it, if you live in any decent city in the United States at this point, anything under a six-figure income really is not that much. And so that's why it's gonna be really important that we learn how to grow to that six-figure income. But let's say that you are making $15 an hour currently, and you are working 40 hours a week. $15 an hour over an 80-hour paycheck period is going to net you just shy of $1,000 every other week, or about $2,000 a month in income after you count for taxes. So like I said, the goal of this strategy is to get yourself to a 10 to 20% cash flow positive surplus. So if you're making $2,000 a month, that means that you're going to need to be saving anywhere from $200 to $400 a month. Now, if you live in any major city in the United States, anything under six figures probably means that you are living pretty tight. And if you're only making $15 an hour, it's going to be super tight for you. So without going into a lot of detail, make sure you watch some of my other videos. This step, you're going to have to do whatever it takes to generate that 10 to 20% cash flow. This might mean getting roommates. It might mean moving back in with your parents. Could be a sibling, getting some friends together. But in this step, what I did was I actually had 3 guys sleeping in a 1-bedroom apartment. We had bunk beds like a bunch of college kids. And this is what allowed me to start saving that 10 to 20%. The reason we're saving that 10 to 20% is going to make more sense in the next step. But whatever you do, be sure to save 10 to 20% of that money that you are making. Now, if you follow other financial gurus out there, a lot of them will tell you that you should be taking that $200 to $400 a month and investing it in some sort of either like an index fund or saving for real estate or something like that. Now, if you were to take that $400 a month and you invested it for the next 30 years, it would generate you upwards of $1 million, assuming you're earning about a 10% return. And while $1 million is a substantial amount of money, keep in mind that you're gonna have to maintain this broke college kid lifestyle for the next 30 years. And For me, I didn't want to live on rice and beans in a shoebox my entire life. I wanted to be able to have a nice place, a nice car. I wanted to be able to travel and actually enjoy my life in addition to building wealth. So if you're making under $100,000 a year, and especially if you're making a lot less, like $15, $20 an hour, if you are having any positive surplus, I don't actually think that you should be investing that money for investments. I think you should be investing that money to help you generate more income, which is what we're talking about in the next step. So once you have a job, once you are saving 10 to 20% of your income, the third step is going to be creating a service-based business. I have owned brick and mortar businesses like liquor stores, I've flipped houses, I've started businesses, I've owned rental properties, I've done a lot of things to earn money. But I truly believe that service-based businesses are the smartest strategy this year to help you get to that first $10,000 a month. Service-based businesses typically require almost zero startup capital. The only major thing that you're typically risking on a service-based business is simply your time and your effort. So unlike when I invested in a liquor store that required a lot of capital up front, inventory that I needed to purchase, or when I've purchased property flips or even rental properties that were very capital intensive and also hedged a lot of risk, when I started a service-based business, it really had almost zero startup costs, and I was able to do it right away and start earning money. Now, when it comes to creating a service-based business, we're gonna break this down into 4 stages. The first stage, which is going to be identifying your service-based business. The second stage, which is going to be crafting your offer. The third stage, which is getting customers or clients. And then the fourth stage, which is executing your service. Now, I don't have time to go into all the minutiae details of every single step, so we're gonna just do a very quick overview. Be sure to check out some of my other videos where I do talk about different strategies of creating these side hustles or these service-based businesses and so on. But the very first step is identifying your service-based business. You literally can do absolutely anything this day and age with a service-based business. My suggestion would be find something that you have some skill and also some passion in. And this could be anything from an instrument that you play, teaching people how to play that instrument. Maybe you know a language like Spanish, French, or Italian, where you could also tutor people. You might be really knowledgeable in things like psychology, personal development. It could be health and fitness, or perhaps you're really passionate about things like social media and you can help with social media marketing. Now, the thing is, if you don't have a skill set, let's say you're just like, I don't have any skills whatsoever. You could also look at what I call sweat equity based businesses. These are things like cleaning houses or mowing lawns or washing cars. Now, for me, I had a lot of passion and skill sets in things like life coaching, fitness, and nutrition. And so I started in the fitness lifestyle sector and eventually moved into life and finance coaching as well. But once you've identified that service-based business, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to craft your offer. The thing that makes a very successful business is having a very enticing offer. Every single business that exists to solve a problem. So you need to understand how to market or talk about the problem that you solve in a very quick and efficient manner. Now, the better your offer, the more you can charge, and or the more successful your business is going to be. Your offer or your elevator pitch or tagline should very accurately describe the results that your customers are going to get hiring you for your services. And once you've identified the business you're gonna have, you have an offer that you've crafted, the next thing is going to be finding your customers. Now, there are 2 ways in which you're going about finding customers. There is the organic pathway and the paid pathway. So the organic pathway is how a lot of people start, and that is going to be free strategies that will help you find clients. This could be anything from door knocking to getting into social media groups. It could be going into networking events. It could be just talking to friends and family. Now, there are a lot of ways of doing this, but this is something that usually doesn't cost any money. It just takes up some of your time. Now, the second strategy is going to be paid outreach. You remember that 10 to 20% that we were saving from our budget from the previous step? This is where it's important. So that $400 that you were saving every single month, we're going to use that money to generate leads on various types of websites. So let's say that you are mowing lawns. There are all kinds of websites that you can create profiles on in your area to help with finding clients for mowing lawns. Maybe you're a fitness coach. You can pay for leads that are looking for fitness coaching. But that is the money you're going to use to help you find additional clients. Now remember, we said that you could have taken that $400 and invested it every single month into some sort of investment, when maybe in 30 years you'd have $1 million. Here's the thing though. When I did this exact same strategy, just even a couple $100s a week was allowing me to begin magnifying my return. And this is the thing that really helped me actually start earning over 6 figures my very first year. So while it would have been great to save the $400 a month, by being able to double, triple, and actually over quadruple my income in some instances, that was giving me way more cash flow and surplus than I ever would have gotten putting it in a safe investment and holding on to it for 30 years. Now, once you start paying for leads, the last stage of building your business is executing on your service. Now, the biggest tip that I have and the best advice I can give you is focus more on solving your clients' problems than putting money into your pocket. What really helps a business really last long term is focusing more on helping your clients than getting yourself income. And this is a mistake that a lot of people make. They focus more on how can I make a profit versus how can I truly solve my client and customer's issue and give them the absolute best service possible. If you do that, you're going to have raving fans, raving customers, and it's going to help really magnify your business. And this was the very thing that I did when I started my fitness coaching business. I didn't charge very much, and I made sure that I gave them 10 times their money's worth. I focused more on just guaranteeing and making sure that they got a result before I even worried about getting paid. As you begin to implement these 4 stages and you begin growing and building your customer base, what you want to do as a bonus round is the next step, which is what's going to help take you from $10,000 a month to multiple 5 figures a month to possibly even 6 figures a month as you really learn how to build this next phase out. The next stage on the list is going to be creating vertical integration within your business. Vertical integration is a really incredible thing, and it's what will really allow you to go from maybe earning 6 figures in your business to multiple 6 figures to even 7 figures a year. Now, the whole idea behind vertical integration is taking a core problem that you solve in your business, but finding multiple realms of revenue that you can earn from that core problem. So let's say that you decided to start a house cleaning business. And let's say that you've crafted a great offer and you've implemented those 4 stages and you are beginning to build your clientele base and you have a healthy amount of clients. Well, there comes a point when you maybe can't service any more clients or you're starting to bottleneck. Vertical integration would be finding new strategies of earning income off of those clients. So for instance, you might also offer additional ancillary services. So instead of just cleaning houses, you might also offer things like window cleaning or exterior house pressure washing. An additional strategy might be teaching other people how to create a successful house cleaning business. So if you've gotten your business off the ground, you're making a steady income from this business, then you can start teaching people how you were able to do this and help them as well create their own business. You could also offer products that you could sell to your customers that would help them with their cleaning needs, or you could offer ebooks or strategies that they could do for how to keep their house clean longer or how to maintain the integrity of their paint longer inside the house. You could create a blog, you could do a podcast. But the whole idea behind vertical integration is taking that problem that you solve and begin branching out into other ways of revenue. In my personal business, see, I'm a life, finance, and fitness coach. But even though the one-on-one coaching is my main way of earning income, I have a lot of additional ways in which I earn income. I also offer group coaching sessions, which allows me to coach multiple people at one time. In addition to that, I have programs that people can just purchase and do on their own. I have ebooks. I have my YouTube channels where I can also sell products or teach people or even use that as client lead generation. The whole idea behind vertical integration is having a setup that will allow you to expand and scale to a much bigger and greater level. But there you have it. That is what I consider to be the absolute smartest way of creating $10,000 a month in income this year. Now, if you liked this video and if it gave you value, please be sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and also be sure to select that little notification bell so that you can get more updates on all my newest video uploads and launches. Now, if you haven't done so already, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I have all kinds of videos ranging from how to earn more money, investing strategies in real estate, stocks, and crypto. I talk about budgeting, but basically what my videos are is teaching you how to escape the 9-to-5 and create financial freedom through things like entrepreneurship and investing in things like real estate, stocks, and crypto. But anyways, I hope you have an amazing day. Let's get out there and let's build that dream.